Thank you, Chair. My chair was held up in another meeting. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My chairman, Honorable Koech, is held in another meeting. Sorry for the confusion. But considering how urgent this issue is, we'll raise it and may probably bring it.
So be it. Mashua Waithaka. Honorable Mashua Waithaka, Kiambu Town.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise in request for a statement regarding the attempted land grabbing in Tinganga Ward in Kiambu constituency. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Lands regarding the attempted land grabbing targeting the family of the late Wilson Bodu Gatito in Tinganga Ward, Kiambu County. Honorable Speaker, the Bodu family has owned and reside on their 236-acre parcel of land in Tinganga Ward in Kiambu, with their ownership property documented. The family acquired the land from white settlers 51 years ago, and are the legitimate owners. Ownership is further evidenced by compensation by the government for land allocated for the development of the Kiambu-Rioki-Gemo Road. An additional compensation received for allocation of land for the Athi Water 3 pipeline easement. However, over the past 2 months, the family has faced systematic harassment through repeated summons from various state agencies, including the Directorate of Criminal Investigation and the National Land Commission, demanding explanations regarding their land acquisition. Honorable Speaker, the harassment has escalated to include unauthorized visits to the property of the family and acts of vandalism within their farm, which has disrupted.
That's the end of the matter.
Thank you, Speaker.
You cannot debate your own statement.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Now, Chair Lands. Yes, Honorable Nyamoko.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. 14 days, 2 weeks.
You don't need, he says there's only an attempt to grab. There's no grabbing. Why do you need 14 days?
I think
you can arrest that attempt in 2 days, even less.
Then we can do it by Friday, this coming Friday.
Thursday. Friday we're not sitting. Thursday.
Right. Okay.
Get in touch with your people and stop the attempt.
Ms. Salome Makanda by a Kenya police officer, and he sought to know the circumstances that led to the shooting, and 2, the status of the investigation, and of course the status report on the measure the government has taken. Honorable Speaker, I want to state as follows. On 8th October, students from Bungoma National Polytechnic went on rampage. Police officers were consequently called to restore peace and secure the institution's infrastructure. However, the students resisted all the efforts to restore calm by the name Salome Ayaka, where they were treated and discharged in fair condition. And a motor vehicle GKB 862Z Isuzu lorry windscreen was shattered and its left rear tire depleted. And Honorable Speaker, on the issue of investigation, the investigation are at advanced stage by the DCIO team and the IPOA, and the rival that was involved for the further ballistic examination, and of course with the aim of even opening an inquiry file. Honorable Speaker, the State Department, on the third question, whether there is compensation, the State Department for Interior and National Administration has now forwarded to to cater for the hospital bill. Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and I also wish to pass my condolences to the family of the deceased one. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to appreciate his response, but Mr. Speaker, some background information. This student was killed on 8th of October 2024 and was buried. Talking about that. Mr. Speaker, talking about that. Mr. Speaker, that the police are doing an investigation. Mr. Speaker, this happened in October. This investigation is until when? And what are they investigating? Because when you look at this report, it doesn't talk of the student having been shot. The Speaker, lastly, he is saying this is at the advanced ability for compensation according to the Police Act. Thank you.
Tongoyo.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. First, I think the issue of being vitally injured is more or less the same thing, that of course death did happen. Honourable Speaker, by the time of the writing or the response, I think it was done about 2 or so weeks ago. You know, the statement was almost 3 weeks. So maybe, if need be, or redirect, so Honourable Speaker, I can able to get the updated report. But when I got this, I did also conduct the responsible directorate, and they were actually talking about, I think the file should be on, probably could have even been forwarded to ODPP, an inquiry file being opened.
Tongoyo, in response to a request by Professor Jaldeza Guyo.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Once again, the statement being sought by Honourable Jaldeza Guyo, Professor, regarding the reopening of the Hilo Gold Mine in Dabele, Moele constituency. And in particular, he wanted to ask on the progress toward the reopening and the action taken by the ministry to facilitate the reopening of the mine, along with the implementation of the necessary administrative and security structures to safeguard the lives, property, and the welfare of the local community, and the effort to ensure cooperatives established by the locals are recognized and legitimate artisanal mines. Honourable Speaker, gold mining is further young men from the neighboring Somalia and locals within questionable characters for supervision of the IG. 2, the national government administrative officers were tasked to hold a stakeholders forum in order to ensure that the communities living around the mines comes into a consensus to avoid ethnic tension, has been meeting to iron out their differences, are in the process of analyzing their memorandum for presentation to the Ministry of Interior and the Ministry of Mining for further direction. Lastly, Honourable Speaker, the cooperatives are established through the relevant ministries, that is the Ministry of Mining and the Government of Mayale. So far, 15 cooperatives have been established, and the Ministry of Mining in liaison with the Department of Corporations and the county government will give the direction and the cooperatives other ministry guideline in readiness for reopening and operationalization of the site. Honourable Speaker, that is the response, and I want also to state that we have been actually, this issue had actually given me an opportunity to interact more closely with the concerned member of parliament and actually even some local representative. So that is the response, Honourable Speaker.
We are near Somalia, and on behalf of the people of Moele and the Kenyans at large, I want that reopening to be formalized and the gazettement of the closure, because it is based on security grounds that the place was closed and allowing the security agencies to benefit with some other people. Let us gazette the closure and formalize to 2023. And why should it be denied? Because of security reasons, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Tongoyo.
Honorable Speaker, it's true, but I appreciate, because I will give my vice, who was actually a local there. It's true, and I mentioned, Honorable Speaker, we had on one actual interaction with a professor. And it's true, the official position is the place is a disturbed area. It's gazetted as so and supposed to be closed. But the rumors is there is a lot of interest in there, and people are going illegally and doing their mining. And of course, it's good the members should be honest enough that some local leadership in the area are actually interfering with the process. And I'm sure you're appreciating that. And of course, Honorable Speaker, it is said this is one of the most richest gold mine in the country. It's a treasure. So, Honorable Speaker, I think the remaining part, and the reason I want to emphasize here is, I think it's not safe to open it until the facilities and the risk is minimized so that we avoid unnecessary death of the locals. But having said this, Honorable Speaker, I will
respond. Mr. Speaker, to actually say the truth, this is travesty of justice. Because indeed the government closed down the Hilo gold mine, but mining still continues, actually day and night. But mining still continues, actually day and night. And the other forces that have taken over, and the locals are denied to do it's called the artisanal mining, where they go and make a living from mining with their bare hands. So for that reason, Honorable Speaker, my request is you need to guide us on this, that we are people's representatives. And the Honorable Member for Moyale is not being consulted in this, although he has done the necessary groundwork in terms of organizing the community, forming cooperatives. For that reason, to help our people in Moyale, the Committee of Internal Security and also the committee to constitute small teams to visit the area so that we are able to respond comprehensively to the House, whether it is failure on the part of the government, the security, or people are just denied their right for no apparent reason in the name of security. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable, yes, Professor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The truth of the matter is that there are lots of interested parties that facilitated the closure and the continued closure and denying the people. I'll be glad if internal security visits the site for themselves. But the fact of the matter is that we are denied our chance, and all we are pleading with is the gazettement of the insecurity status. Because the issue of toilets or pit latrine is actually a business that people have adopted. That the people who are there are actually, people who have dug pit latrines and hired to the people who want to use them. So it's not an excuse. But if the county government was asked to do it and they don't do it, then let's not deny our people the opportunity to benefit from this.
Thank you. Tongoyo, I would advise you, Tongoyo, to meet with the member whom you said you have been meeting, and your vice chair, and any other interested party from the area, because I think the problem are administrative issues that you can be able to sort out. So arrange, you have this afternoon, you have tomorrow, to meet with the members concerned. Thank you. Honorable Adewario, North Hor. Honorable Adewario of North Hor. Where is the chair agriculture?
The chair of no government share of annual revenue divided by the Annual Division of Revenue Act enacted pursuant to Article 218 of the Constitution. The funds are geared towards community-driven development projects and in every constituency identified and implemented at grassroots level. The fund is managed by the NGCDF board, which is a body corporate established pursuant to section 14, 15, and 16 of the Act. At the constituency level, the day-to-day management of the fund is vested in the National Government Constituency Development Fund Committee, vested in the National Government Constituency Development Fund Committee, that are in place in each of the 277,000 pursuant to section 4 of constituencies, and the board as follows. In 90 constituencies, they have full amount amounting to 16,840,869,971. 148 constituencies have received between 90% and 99% of the funds allocated, amounting to 27 billion, 16,806,270, leaving a balance of 1,136.537. Mr. Speaker, 39 constituencies have received between 80% and 89% of the funds allocated, amounting to 6,591,802 and 803, leaving a balance of 99,340,215. 13 constituencies, Mr. Speaker, have received between 65% and 79% of the funds allocated, amounting to 1,993,158,791, leaving a balance of 661,224,246. In addition, the board has been disbursing funds to constituencies which had pending balances.
Order, members at the back. Take your seats or retreat to the corridor and discuss your issues there. Go on.
In addition, the board has been disbursing funds to constituencies which had pending balances with respect to funds allocated between 2019, 2020, 2020 and 2022-2023 financial years. However, a total of 434,337.20 is yet to be disbursed due to the outstanding issues amount as summarized below. That is, in 2022-23 financial year, 36 constituencies at 279,806,859, which is pending, which is still with the board. 2022, 10 constituencies have 99,563,445. In 2020 to 2021, 11 constituencies, 40,650. So the total amount which is still pending is 434,077,300. I have annexed the various constituencies, individual constituencies on my table, and the factors are: 1, slow pace of receipt of funds from Treasury, which we do receive, and yet we have not received, and therefore it takes time. And then delay by some constituencies in clearing identified issues to facilitate approval of the outstanding projects. Mr. Speaker, I beg to table the list so that the members can be able to have time and look at their constituencies where they are, and possibly make or expedite on your constituencies by asking their fund managers and their chairs or the CDFCs to be able to expedite on issues which have been raised on projects. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You've left out something, Musa Sirma. It was alleged here by some members that members of your committee prioritize yourselves to get early disbursements at the expense of other members. That order, Koyo, that allegation is on the Hansard, and it will be good for you to also speak to it.
Mr. Speaker,
How many members are you in that committee?
we are 18.
18.
Mr. Speaker, my constituency is amongst the one which is between 90 and 99. And in fact, my constituency, we have 90% disbursement. And I'm the chair. I cannot force the board to approve projects which are not being cleared or clearly understood by the board, or there are some issues to be raised. And especially issues dealing with land has always been taking a long time, because you must produce the title deed before paying the owner. That is where the problem is. And owners at times, they refuse to transfer the land, and yet we have been able to do that. There are also problems with engineers who would not have finished giving their technical expert to be able to be approved. So those are the issues. But to say that we are taken equally, and I have never asked them to prioritize my project. It is only when they are eligible to be approved. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, besides what is responding to, it's that other members feel that we have undue advantage by the virtue of being in that committee. Honorable Speaker, Kitutu Masaba is owed significant amount of money by the board. And because of I follow, I'm always explained to that item X, Y, Z has not been approved because of gaps. Honorable Speaker, every week, a number of members in this House have approached me when they have issues, and I've worked with them to the board to try, for some members who do not even know where the CDF office is. So we try to assist. And the issue of saying that we get CSR, in my constituency, a CSR project that was started in the last term, I have even been following for it to be completed. It's yet to be complete. In the last term, I was not a member of parliament. In the last term, Honorable Wanjala, it's proper to listen, to judge and put the members of the committee in a corner in which actually they are also facing the same problems as the members here. Our work is to try and push for all members to get fair distribution of the funds so that constituents can benefit from the resources. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Milemba. Honorable Mboko Milemba.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to commend the CDF committee, despite the fact that it's being labeled on them that there has been some favoritism, but I think they have done far much better, and they need a congratulation. And also the chairman has been very accurate in bringing reports. Remember, Honorable Speaker, the report he has just given us is quite detailed and up to going on to annex how every constituency is performing. But indeed, we have not received all our monies, and therefore, Chairman, please push that we get these monies. I hear they are at the board so that we complete. But, Honorable Speaker, back to the question that was on the floor on the fairness, the CDF committee is far much fairer than other committees in this House. And in fact, before you crucify the CDF committee, there are committees in this House which need to be dealt with. And it only takes a honest position to speak on this. When you look at a committee, I was at the budget office, and I looked at the number of roads and the number of money that had been given to Muhaya. And you can just sympathize with me, Honorable Speaker. It's less than even 30,000. Yet another constituency can get up to 500 million Kenya shillings for roads. And these guys are in this House, and they were supposed to actually be in those offices to take care of all the members of parliament, because we cannot be in all the committees, all of us. Another example, Honorable Speaker, and I can see a few of them looking down now. You know, my slogan is look in my eyes. The Energy Committee, that is a shame. And it requires boldness to speak on this. How would it happen that even when I was I used to sit there. Sometimes people do imagine that when you're on government side, you're even favored. I'm telling you, Honorable Speaker, I did not get any power project. Yet one constituency is having projects worth 400, 500 million shillings. So even as we go down and close, we should also take care of the budget committee. And this money is for all Kenyans. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, even as we talk about the emphasizing energy and road, so that there's fairness. It can never happen that we sit in the same house. Somebody gets 20 million. Another one happens that we sit in the same house. Somebody gets 20 million. Another one gets 800 million. What the hell are we doing, Honorable Speaker? I'm sorry to use bad language. I withdraw the word hell.
Yes.
It's not correct,
Thank you.
and I want to put it on record.
Thank you. Kwame. Honorable Kwame.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I just want to emphasize as well the need for timely action. I know we are in 2024-5 financial year, and we are almost going through has never come to us. Meaning, if it comes in December or early next year, we are going to have a very squeezed time to do all these things. That's my point number one. And my second point is more or less what I think Mheshimiwa has said. Honestly, all constituencies are the same in law. All MPs are the same. We need fair treatment so that we get equal opportunities that come with the fund allocation and giving funds to the MPs. This one I urge, I'm not blaming anybody, but I ask our chairman of various committees to ensure that we get our fair share and also timely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr.
Wanjala. Wanjala.
Sorry, I've called. I want to agree with the Honorable Omboko Milemba that there is unfairness with the other, the budget committee, the roads committee, the energy committee. Mr. Speaker, we have only 290 constituencies in the country. Why don't we agree as a house that when it reaches time for budgeting, and we have 290 constituencies, and we have 600-700 billion for roads, why can't each constituency, first of all, be given 1 billion each, so that they can start doing roads slowly by slowly? Instead of one constituency, there are two constituencies. One is in Kiambu, and another one is in Muranga, where they have taken all the billions. Mr. Speaker, if you look at that budget, there is a lot to be decided, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, guide this House that we look at every capital. If it's electricity, why don't every constituency get equal number? Then the balance, the leadership can use to do whatever they want to do. When it reaches to roads, then the rest, the leadership can decide where to take. Like that in every sector, Mr. Speaker. Then these people who are in us, we are in parliament, and it is as if we are not in parliament because we don't belong to budget committees.
Who is that? Chonga? Chonga?
Thank you, Speaker. The matter that is being discussed is more serious than the way it is looking.
It is CDF.
Yes. The matter of CDF is more serious than the way it is being. A number of employees, a number of members of parliament here have been facing backlash because people out there are seeing what is going on in some constituencies, which in some constituencies are not happening. For instance, look at issues dealing with education. We are having some constituencies which are able to disburse the bursary to nearly all the students in their constituencies. While on the other side, we are facing this issue. Talking alone is not enough. talking about that this committee is doing this or they're allocating this much for themselves is not should be seen with proper mechanism have been put in place so that we can all be seen equally performing at the same age. What has been said by Honorable Mboko Mlema is true. I sit in the Committee of Energy, and I have a very, very sad story to tell about that. It is shameful if I put it here. It is shameful. But we are not happy at all with where we're going. For one member to be given over 800 million, and the other members are getting 20 million from the same budget cannot be fair at all. It can't. And we will not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tandaza.
Thank you, Chairman. I'm standing here as the Vice Chairman of the committee.
This is your speaker. This is not
Mr. Speaker, I'm standing here as the Vice Chairman of the committee. One.
Which committee?
The NGCDF committee. My chairman is here.
Okay.
One, would want it to put it that we do not have CSR under the NGCDF committee or under the board. What we have is what we call best practices. And this is very necessary because you realize that while we are distributed geographically with different terrain, sometimes we have projects which are so much below standards. One sometimes opts to put a classroom without even doors and windows, which is not appropriate. So the board, through the committee, then sees fit to do some best practices where other members can actually just pull a drawing and do their project as per those specifications. The other issue, Honorable Speaker, is that for sure, even me as the Vice Chairman, I'm still having some monies with the board on matters reallocation. I think it also happens in most cases with members that they will want to reallocate for one reason or another. For my case, the Minister of Education decided to put classrooms somewhere where I had already allocated. So there was no need to again continue putting those classrooms. But reallocations, of course, come with their own challenges, and those are some of the reasons. Otherwise, it should be clear, as the chairman has stated, all the monies are with the board. Everybody should be having all the monies if the requirements have been met as per the regulations that this House set. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Enough for statements. Next order. Order number 10. Order number 10.
Order number 10, motion. Consideration of an agreement on the establishment of the Global Green Growth Institute, GGGI.
Chair, Departmental Committee on Environment. Ngogoyo, you are a member of the committee?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. On behalf of the committee, I beg to move that this House adopts the report of the Departmental Committee on Environment, Forestry and Mining on its consideration of the agreement on the establishment of the Global Green Growth Institute laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, 20th November, 2024, and pursuant to the provision of Section 8.4 of the Treaty, Making and Ratification Act 2012, approves the ratification of the Global Green Growth Institute. Mr. Speaker, while moving this motion, I wish to bring to the attention of this House that the GGI, the Global Green Institute, was established in the year 2012 at the Rio +20 United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development. The agreement on the Global Growth Institute was subject to ratification of the GGI, entered into force on the 18th of October 2012, following the signing of the agreement and a session. Growth Institute is a treaty base of intergovernmental organization that supports and promotes sustainable economic growth in developing countries and emerging, and Ratification Act of 2012. Upon accession of the Global Green Growth Institute Kenya shall be required to A, attend and participate in the biennial meeting of the Assembly under Article 7.2, 2, invest in public participation and awareness of the programs on the green growth sustainability development. Mr. Speaker, accord the GGI privileges and immunities as may be necessary and appropriate for proper functioning under Article 15. Guide and cooperate partnership and linkage with other international bodies. And cooperate partnership and linkage with other international bodies under Article 16. Carry out all functions of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Diaspora. 3. The National Treasury and Economic Planning. And 4. The Office of the Attorney General. We observed the following. Having considered the agreements, the committee made the following observation. A, membership of the GGI will enable Kenya access finance and technical support to mainstream green and climate change actions in the national planning. 2, the memorandum to the GGI will enable Kenya benefit from sharing and gaining knowledge through multi-country cooperation. The Global Green Growth Institute presents an opportunity for Kenya to explore and tap into the benefits of the green growth economy, which includes accelerating green financing and creating green jobs. Kenya is a beneficiary of the Green Climate Fund, with a number of readiness and projects finance opportunities access which has been enabled, and the current objectives with a climate lens, and GGI as a delivery partner is a great opportunity for Kenya to leverage for more project financing by the Global Climate Fund. The ratification of Kenya to the agreement establishes the GGI Institute and provides an opportunity for Kenya to participate fully in the Global Green Growth Institute activities, including voting rights in the GGI Assembly and Council. Mr. Speaker, the Global Green Institute will help us get funds from the Global Climate Fund. Now we will have a structure that is more organized, and the ratification of this agreement by this National Assembly will now make us full members of the Global Green Institute. Mr. Speaker, sir, Madam Speaker, the committee has having considered the agreement, recommends that the House approves the ratification of the agreement on the establishment of the Global Green Institute. Madam Speaker, finally, the committee is thankful to the Office of the Clerk and the National Assembly for the logistical and technical support accorded to it during its sitting, the Ministry for their participation and the submission during the consideration of the convention. Mr. Speaker, I therefore request the Honorable Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah.
Proceed.
Mike. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to support this motion on the Global Green Growth Institute. Honorable Speaker, just for information to the House, in addition to what the chair designate of the Environment Committee, the Honorable Ngogoyo, member for Kajiado North, has said, that Kenya indeed did assent, or rather it's our letter of intent to join as a member of the agreement was done on the 23rd of November 2022 by the Cabinet Secretary then for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs in a letter that was addressed to the Director General of the Global Green Growth Institute. And the Office of the Director General communicated its approval of Kenya's willingness to join the GGGI on the 11th of January 2023. And in the same communication, Honorable Speaker, GGGI requested Kenya for a grant of the Privileges Immunity Agreement. And this immunity agreement, Honorable Speaker, a team, a host country agreement, negotiation on the GGI agreement on the legal status and the immunity was held in July of 2023 with Kenya's negotiation team and GGGI representatives. As part of the accession process, a cabinet memorandum was submitted to the cabinet for approval for accession on May 2023, in line with Section 7 of the Treaty Making and Ratification Act, revised version of 2012. And further, the cabinet approved accession for the GGGI during its meeting held on 13th of December 2023. Further, on the 13th of May 2024, the Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs submitted assembly, and it is this memorandum and agreement that the committee has been considering and recommends its approval thereof, Honorable Speaker, by the House. It's important, Honorable Speaker, to mention that the main objective of the GGGI is to promote sustainable development of developing and emerging countries, including the least developed countries, by supporting and diffusing a new paradigm of economic growth, targeting key aspects of economic growth and economic performance, resilience, poverty reduction, job creation, and social inclusion, and creating and improving economic, environmental, and social conditions of developing and emerging countries through urban green economy. We will benefit from the knowledge, skills, and technology from other countries in the developing and developed countries. Also, Honorable Speaker, it seeks to provide policy advice and technical support in the development of green growth plans, policies and regulations, mobilization of green investments, implementation of green growth projects, and development of local capacities and knowledge sharing. Honorable Speaker, I said we stand an opportunity to be able to share knowledge between our country, other developing countries, and
on the House on Wednesday, 20th November 2024, and pursuant to the provisions of Section 8(4) of the Treaty Making and Ratification Act 2012, approves the ratification of the agreement of the establishment of a Global Green Growth Institute. The mood of the House that we put the question. Honorable members, I now put the question that this House adopts the report of the Departmental Committee on Environment and Forestry and Mining on its consideration of the agreement on the establishment of the Global Green Growth Institute, laid on the table of this House on Wednesday, 20th November 2024, and pursuant to the provisions of Section 8(4) of the Treaty Making and Ratification Act 2012, approves the ratification of the agreement on the establishment of a Global Green Growth Institute. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Order number 11.
A court ruling 4242, Section 8(12), 7 entity, audit, disallowable expenditure, economy, efficiency, grant, irregular expenditure, Office of the Auditor General, public money, public resources, unauthorized expenditure. And these definitions, Honorable Speaker, have a bearing on the issues that were touched on by the court that shall be, or rather the Auditor General shall be the accounting officer and staff appointed by the Auditor General. And it is worth noting that Section 4(2) of the Public Audit Act was declared unconstitutional because it provided that the Office of the Auditor General was to comprise of the Auditor General as a statutory head and the other staff appointed by the Auditor General as may be delegated in Articles 234 of the Constitution, and this is what the court or Justice Muita did find to have been unconstitutional. And large reason that Section 4(2) of the Act resulted in an unconstitutional effect of reducing the constitutional office of the Auditor General into a statutory office. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, the amendments that we are seeking to do now under this Clause 2 and 3 are to ensure that the constitutionality of the office of the Auditor General is not reduced. A constitutional office, and the Auditor General will continue acting as a constitutional office, largely to safeguard the independence and autonomy of that office the office holder, and the office of the Auditor General. Honorable Speaker, if you look at Clause 4, it amends Section 5 again of the Act on qualification of for appointment of the Auditor General to include an additional qualification requirement for the Auditor General being a practicing member of good standing of a professional body of accountants recognized under the Accountants Act. This is important, Honorable Speaker, because we need to hold people who hold office in the office of the Auditor General accountable to a professional body, and therefore seeking to ensure that whoever is appointed to this office, part of the qualifications that you need to is a member of good standing of a professional body like ISPAC, be anything. But for an accountant, 1 + 1 must be 2, and it cannot be anything else. And to safeguard public interest and public resources, we cannot have professions where 1 + 1 does not add up to 2. The people who we must entrust with ensuring provide for an additional function for the Auditor General, that will be done by the rest of the board, and then the appointment by the Auditor General. It further aligns the responsibilities with the Constitution, so that, again, to cure the problems that the good judge didn't find to be unconstitutional. Honorable Speaker, this was a very detailed bill, and by and large, because it is aligning to what was found to have been unconstitutional by the courts, then, Honorable Speaker, we have nothing much really to debate on, because what the courts did find unconstitutional to support. And as I indicated, the Finance and National Planning Committee did consider all these provisions and tabled a report before the House, which by and large agrees with what the court found. And we have no choice than to agree with them also. And therefore beg to move, Honorable Speaker, and urge the House to support, because the Office of the Auditor General and that of the Controller of Budgets are two very critical offices under the architecture of the 2010 Constitution, because these are the two offices that ensure that, as we are seeking even to further amend in the role and functions of the Office of the Auditor General, that ensure that public resources are utilized not just in an accountable and transparent manner, that as we are now even further enriching to ensure there is not only transparency, they apply public resources are applied in an accountable way, in an efficient way, in a manner that we can find value for money in how we apply public resources. And more importantly, Honorable Speaker, that these public resources applied are then done pursuant to set policies that effectively improve the lot of the Kenyan people. Honorable Speaker, if we fail to do that, and if we fail to empower the Office of the Auditor General, man is bound by temptations, Honorable Speaker, and those who are charged with the responsibility of applying public resources may get tempted. But there must be something at the end of the day that tells you, however much you are tempted, if you touch public resources, there is somebody watching and superintending over those resources, and they will do it in a way to ensure that you did not only apply resources effectively and efficiently, but in a sustainable manner to ensure that the development of a country is safeguarded, and more importantly, to ensure that there is also value for money in the application of public resources. Because when there is no value for money, then, Honorable Speaker, we end up applying so much of our public resources in projects that at the end of the day don't give value to the Kenyan people and the Kenyan taxpayer. Honorable Speaker, we have been told Kenyans absolutely have near down the line, because money was not applied, public resources were not applied in an efficient, accountable, transparent, effective, and in a manner that ensured there was value for money. Then a year down the line, a road that was done to bitumen standards, when it was when roads are impassable. I witnessed, Honorable Speaker, the other day an MCA, I think in Mlolongo, in Mavoko, being forced by members of the public, his own constituents, to walk through ponds of water because they feel it is the MCA who is failing them. But they forget the MCA, as a member of the county assembly, has no resources to apply in the implementation of government projects. If anything, the person they should have made to walk through that pond of water is either their governor or the county executive member in charge of roads. Tomorrow, Honorable Speaker, these members of parliament will be made to walk through ponds of water again by their constituents who fail to understand that it is the same public who have told us, even under NGCDF or even under the roads board money for the fuel levy, move out of implementation. The courts have agreed with everybody that members of parliament, their key responsibilities revolve around legislating what we are doing now with the Office of the Auditor General. 2, oversight. 3, representation. And I have seen members even this afternoon representing their people saying that there are certain roads, billions, hundreds of billions have been allocated to a few counties and not other counties and constituencies, Honorable Speaker. And I see the member for Alda is saying Kiambu. Kiambu, I can tell her, the billions you will see in Kiambu are trunk roads. The highway running from Westlands, from ABC, all the way to Rironi. You'll find you'd imagine roads in Kiambu are all done. They are not. That road runs from Westlands constituency through Dagoretti North, through Dagoretti South, through Kabete, Kikuyu, Limuru, and terminates just before you get to Naivasha. And Honorable Speaker, I was saying that because we have been told and accused, and with tremendous respect to the former Prime Minister, I've also seen him add his voice to that, that members of parliament must never be involved in the implementation of projects. And so it is for members of the county to feel that the member of the county assembly is the one who should be fixing their road. Why is it today that members of the public in Kikuyu constituency feel that I should be fixing roads more than their governor, who has been given resources to fix their village roads? But they will keep coming to the members of parliament, because members of parliament are not just efficient and effective in the application of public resources that have been, they superintend in NGCDF by oversight through NGCDF. And so it is through CRC. If you go to all the 290 constituencies, and I have been around this country as we tangatangad, Honorable Speaker, and I still continue to tangatanga across the country, I can tell you, every other constituency you visit in this country, if you find a road being maintained, whether it is a Maram road or a bitumen standard road that is being sealed potholes, it will not be accounted by a county government. It will be through the constituency roads committees, or through KERA, or through KURA, or through KENHA. Honorable Speaker, I'm saying this because I said I will not be shocked if tomorrow a member of parliament is made to walk through mud by his or her constituents, which is very unfair, Honorable Speaker, because these MPs have no money to fix roads. But the people who are charged with fixing roads, those at KERA, those at KURA, those at KENHA, then implement these projects in a manner that is not competitive, that is not transparent. That is why they bid rigging in almost all these road agencies. Honorable Speaker, the only person we can ensure is able to catch these thieves is the Office of the Auditor General. It is only the Auditor General then, empowered by this bill when it becomes an act of parliament, who will be able to ensure that public officers apply public resources in a transparent and accountable manner, in a manner that is efficient and effective in the delivery of services, and in a manner that gives value to the people for every coin of their taxes, Honorable Speaker, so that Kenyans can pay taxes happily. I don't know whether there is such a thing as paying taxes happily, Honorable Speaker, because I read even in the Bible, Jesus Christ himself had to tell the people that give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and give to the Lord what belongs to the Lord. That tells you that even in those ancient times, at the time of Jesus Christ, people are not happy to pay to Caesar. They are not happy to pay taxes. But today we are saying, let us pay taxes, but ensure that we get value for our taxes, Honorable Speaker. Because if we don't get value from our money, then we'll find no reason to pay. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, with those very many remarks, I beg to move and urge members to support all these amendments so that we align the Public Audit Act to the Constitution and also align to what the courts did find as having been unconstitutional. And therefore, I believe members of Parliament who transition on to be governors, and you can see from the case example of Governor Gladys Wanga, and of course, women governors or lady governors tend to do better. How I wish Kiambu we could get a lady governor. I don't know who, but Honorable Speaker, I wanted to ask the Honorable Naomi Wako to second.
Honorable Speaker, thank you. I take this opportunity to second, and as I do that, I must appreciate the words of wisdom from our majority leader on women leadership. He has always done it, and he will continue to support women until we achieve our goal. Honorable Speaker, looking at this amendment bill, Public Audit Amendment Bill 2024, National Assembly, is one of the best. And our very able is we have people who are not qualified for that particular offices. And if we have the right people, people who are qualified, the accountants, people who are professionals, then they can bring their professionalism into this. And in the Office of Auditor General, we will be able to account and be the good stewards that we need. Honorable Speaker, number 7, Clause 4 of the bill amends Section 5 of the Act, qualification for appointment as Auditor General, which includes additional qualification requirement, and that is a practicing member of good standing of professional body of accounting. Honorable Speaker, most of the time, we have public servants who have been in corruption, who have been identified, who have corruption cases. And why we suffer as a country is because the people who have bad records. And if we have practicing member of good standing, of professional body, of accounting, then we will have taken care of this and we will have safeguarded that office. Again, Honorable Speaker, I support and second this because under number 9, Clause 6 of the Bill 6 to repeal Section 8 of the Act, administrative powers of the Office of Auditor General. And number 1 under that is developing an organizational structure and staff establishment for the Office of Auditor General. Number 2 is recruiting and promoting qualified and competent staff, which most of the time is not the case. And I would also want to conditional for conditions and vacant and proposes the.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to support this motion, which, Honorable Speaker, I've had an advantage of looking at the ruling. Honorable Speaker, that ruling, I believe, set a very dangerous precedent, Honorable Speaker. If I'm not wrong, that ruling set us on a path where if matters are not audited on time and debated in Parliament on time, then those reports become irrelevant regardless of what they contain. Therefore, it exposed us to loss of financial, public money, and therefore it is important to pass this bill. Honorable Speaker, one of the things, and I believe the members of the PAC and PIC committees, I'm seeing one of my members, Honorable Speaker, what happened here with this Senate, to be keen on some of these. We need the Public Accounts Committee, Public Investments Committee, to audit some of these projects, and they will find there's a very big problem with the county governments. But otherwise, I don't want to say much on this issue. I believe by failure to pass this bill, we was putting us in danger, and it is important to notify the House that as a result of this ruling, Honorable Speaker, it means we need to be up to date audit committees need to be up to date with the financial year. Right now, every audit committee, whether it's PIC, whether it's PAC, should be getting ready to audit the reports of 2023-2024. Because the ones that some of our committees are looking at, 2021, 2022, 2023, those ones, as per this proposed law, means that those ones have already been overtaken. In fact, one of the things that we asked the Auditor General was to appeal this specific ruling. Because if we allow this ruling to go as it is, without setting aside those orders, it means some of the work that the public investment, the PIC committees, the PAC committees have been doing, it means all those reports for 2021 are now time-barred. It means you cannot take any action against any perpetrators that we find. So, Honorable Speaker, it is important that we pass this bill as it is, but I would also suggest heavily that this is they need to, Honorable Speaker, to ensure that they've liaised with the Auditor General's office, ensure that
253 of the Constitution of Kenya. Honorable Speaker, under Article 15, they mention several independent offices and constitutional commissions that ought to be body corporates. And those ones obviously include the Office of the Auditor General. And so on this wisdom therefore, Honorable Speaker, we are creating the Office of the Auditor General as distinct from the Auditor General that is set out in the Constitution of Kenya. In essence, Honorable Speaker, we are literally enhancing the power and authority of that particular office to be more than just a mere constitutional office, but a body corporate capable of suing and being sued, holding assets and the related issues. Honorable Speaker, assets and the related issues. Honorable Speaker, I would then therefore, and a distinction must be drawn here, Honorable Speaker, is only the Auditor General who can append a signature on audit of public funds. It's only the Auditor General. Regardless that we are creating the Office of the Auditor General, it's only the Auditor General appointed under Article 2229 who can actually append the signature on audit reports. So therefore, it is important that distinction is drawn. We have no issues at all. Honorable Speaker, I really find Clause 8 that seeks to amend Section 11B, Section 11, by inserting Section 1A, to be, Honorable Speaker, to be superfluous. And I hope the majority leader would listen to this so that when we are going to the Committee of the Whole House, he says so that we do not. Honorable Speaker, the appointing authority for the Auditor General is the President with approval of Parliament. Approval of Parliament is the President. I find the provisions under Clause 8B to be superfluous and unnecessary. And Honorable Speaker, this is what it reads. Where the term of the office of the Auditor General is due to expire, the Auditor General shall notify the appointing authority in writing of the contemplated vacancy 3 months prior to the expiry of the term. The import of that provision, Honorable Speaker, one, is that the appointing authority cannot remember the day they appointed and when the term of 8 years is coming to an end. Then that will mean, Honorable Speaker, is that the relation of duty by the person who is supposed to do this, whom we passed a bill here, the head of public service. I find it superfluous, unnecessary, and generally, what are you telling the people of Kenya? And what happens if the Auditor General himself or herself does not define or does not notify the appointing authority? What happens? Are there any sanctions? Are there any penalties? Hoping time will allow, this is an amendment that we need to drop because the President who is appointed upon, that calls upon the House to make sure it prioritizes the process of completing, approving the audit reports. Otherwise, then the exercise we are undertaking now will be another exercise in futility. With those few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I support and I hope we'll be given adequate time to review so that we can present amendments in the committee of the whole House. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
To reply? Move to reply?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, let me thank the members who have contributed on this bill. And as they've all said, this is a very critical bill at this time, especially in relation to not just aligning the provisions of the Public Audit Act to act that ensures that public resources are utilized, as many of the speakers have said, in an effective and efficient manner, and in a way that we ensure that there is economic value to the people of Kenya. Honorable Speaker, let me thank them all and say we will be lining up this bill for a committee of the whole, and some of the few issues that, reservations that I've had from the speakers, we will ensure and encourage even those who are not here to look at the bill and see what else that we can do to enrich it further, to ensure that the amendments that we bring in the committee of the whole only further enrich this public audit bill and the Public Audit Act. Honorable Speaker, with those few remarks, I beg to reply.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2024 be read a second time. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Your point of order, Honorable Majority Leader.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Public Audit Act 2015 and for connected purposes.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg your indulgence to move a short procedural motion. Looking at the time, it's 5 o'clock, Honorable Speaker, and the next order of business in the Committee of the Whole, the Cooperative Bill, Bill number 7 of 2024.
Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7, Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7, 2024, proceeds until completion. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as that of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Very well. Very well, order members, and we are in the committee stage on the Cooperative Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7, Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7 of 2024. I propose the question that clauses 3 and 4 be part of the bill. There are no amendments on this one. I now put the question that clauses 3 and 4 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Yes, there's an amendment, Chair.
Thank you. I propose that the amendment be as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is that the committee resolved to introduce a subclause to provide that all SACCO societies shall be registered and regulated under the Cooperatives Act, and where there is a conflict in the laws, the Cooperatives Act shall apply.
I propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the Chair. I now put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 6 and 7.
I propose the question that clauses 6 and 7 be part of the bill. No amendments. I now put the question that clauses 6 and 7 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 8.
I propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. Chair, is there an amendment?
Yes, clause 8. I propose that the clause 8 be as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is that the proposal resolves to delete the clauses 8.2 and 13.2b on the grounds that the professional bodies that exist are not registered with the Registrar of Societies and therefore should not be used to discriminate persons who may qualify for appointment as the Commissioner or County Director for Cooperatives. Thank you.
I propose the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 8 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 9.
I propose the question that clause 9 be part of the bill.
I beg to move that clause 9 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is that the committee considered submissions from the public and resolved to sponsor this amendment to clarify the commissioner that the commissioner shall register cooperatives and the county directors for cooperatives shall regulate the operations of cooperatives in the various counties respectively. Thank you.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 9 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 10 and 11.
I propose the question that clauses 10 and 11 be part of the bill. There are no amendments, honorable members, and now put the question that clauses 10 and 11 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 12.
I propose the question that clause 12 be part of
Is that the minimum qualifications for appointment?
Chair, please always capture the word amended.
Yes, amended. And the proposal is that the minimum qualifications for appointment as technical staff in the office of the County Director of Cooperatives. I submit.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed by the chair. Yes, leader.
Honorable Speaker, I wanted to support. Honorable Speaker, if you look at clause 12, it is giving the responsibility to the County Public Service Board to appoint such number of technical officers to the office of the County Director for Cooperatives. Honorable Speaker, the fallacy you find with many of our county governments and these county public service boards is that people resort to appointing people on the basis of whether they support the governors in the county. And you find so many people being appointed to very important offices who do not qualify. And I think I want to support the committee's position that all these technical officers being appointed by the County Public Service Board must, and the word is shall, have relevant academic qualifications, competencies, and experience in cooperative management practice, because you cannot supervise the running of cooperatives if you do not know how they should be managed. And to improve on the governance of our cooperatives across the board, whether it's in the dairy sector, coffee, or tea, is important that those who are supervising them or superintending over the management and governance of these cooperatives are people who have relevant skills and qualifications, to avoid the position where county service boards go to the villages because Mr. Kimani Ichung'wah is a very good supporter of the governor or the local MCA. Is a class 8 dropout or a class 7 dropout with no relevant skills and experience in that area. They are appointed to those boards, Honorable Speaker. And you find many county public service boards appointing the hecklers in their towns and villages to very important positions. Therefore, it's important what the committee is doing to ensure that they appoint people who have relevant skills and training in the particular sector. And I support, Honorable Speaker.
Very well. And now put the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed by the Minister of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 12 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 13.
I propose the question that clause 13 be part of the bill.
I beg to move that clause 13 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is that the bodies that are being referred to do not exist, and therefore that would discriminate qualifications. Thank you.
I now propose the question that clause 13 be amended as proposed by the chair. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 13 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 13 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 14.
I propose the question that clause 14 be part of the bill.
I propose that the clause 14 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification for that is that the submissions from the public resolved that the sponsor of this amendment to clarify the commissioner shall register cooperatives, and the county should operate, should only or regulate the cooperatives. Thank you.
I propose the question that clause 14 be amended as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 14 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 14 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 15.
I propose the question that clause 15 be part of the bill.
Chair, we propose that clause 15 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is to provide to allow counties to submit audited reports every 5 months after the financial year ends. Thank you.
I propose the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The clause 15 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 16.
I propose the question that clause 6. No, take that again.
Clause 16.
I propose the question that clause 16 be part of the bill. There's no amendment. I now put the question that clause 16 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
17.
I propose the question that clause 17 be part of the bill. Chair.
Chair, I propose that clause 17 be amended to as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is that this amendment will provide the forum.
I propose the question that clauses 18 and 19 be part of the bill. There are no amendments to these, honorable members. I now put the question that clauses 18 and 19 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 20.
I propose the question that clause 20 be part of the bill. Move on.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that we amend clause 20 as it appears in the order paper, and this is to help provide or ensure that persons who apply for membership to more than one primary cooperative disclose their membership and financial liability to the commissioner and to the prospective cooperatives.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 20 be amended as proposed by the chair. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 20 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 20 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 21.
I propose the question that clause 21 be part of the bill. Is there an amendment on this one? Chair.
Chair, I propose that clause 21 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is that the cooperatives may not be registered under one for the purposes of without any approval by the commissioner. Thank you.
I propose the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 21 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 22.
I propose the question that clause 22 be part of the bill.
Chair, I propose that clause 22 be amended as it appears on the order paper, and the compliance with clause 29 of the same copy of this act, and also to make it easier for a group of persons to form a of this act, and also to make it easier for a group of persons to form a cooperative, reducing the threshold that currently exists from 25 to 20 persons. Thank you.
Very well. I propose the question that clause 23 be amended as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 23 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? Aye. Aye. Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 23 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 24, 25, and 26.
I propose the question that clauses 24, 25, and 26 be part of the bill. Honorable members, there are no amendments on this one, and therefore I now put the question that clauses 24, 25, and 26 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 27.
I propose the question that clause 27 be part of the bill.
Clause 27.
I propose the question that clause 27 be part of the bill. Move on.
Thank you. I propose that clause 27 be amended as it appears. Indication for it is that this is to make it to make it clear and comply with drafting style as per the National Assembly. Thank you.
I propose
primary cooperative to be 20 members, and for the secondary cooperative should be 5 primary cooperatives. Thank you.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 29 be amended as proposed by the mover. Please, you are in order now that I've proposed. You may proceed and speak on this.
Chair, I just wanted the chair to clarify, just for clarity, when she says that 5 cooperatives, do those 5 cooperatives have a minimum threshold in terms of how many members in each of the cooperatives should comprise the 5?
Thank you, Chair. The primary cooperative shall have 20 members. And we are saying 5 primary cooperatives can form a secondary cooperative, meaning that if it would be 20 times 5, which is 100 members, that is the minimum a secondary cooperative should have. Cooperative, housing cooperative, housing cooperative, transport cooperative, worker cooperative, and those kind of cooperatives. So under this particular clause, we are saying that a member or a cooperative cannot be in more than one cooperative unless the commissioner approves which type of cooperative, because that clarification or justification in terms of cooperatives has already been taken care of under clause 20.
Yes, Honorable Undo.
I just want to educate our members that, yes, there ought to be a criteria, but that will fall within regulations, you can't regulate even the minor details. Give the discretion or some powers to the commissioner that whenever there is a conflict, they can administratively solve it without going to rigorous processes, but they'll be in the regulations. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Chair, you know, I need to be on record.
Order, Honorable Choma, please. You may proceed, but Chair, please approach the table as you proceed.
Chair, I want to be on record that the reason why we were so earnestly looking for this cooperative bill is because of the mess that the cooperative commissioners have caused in our primary cooperatives. We have had a lot of issues, a lot of irregularities, lack of standards, under the sanction of the same cooperative commissioners. So how do you then make a new law and still accommodate them and give them the same power they had? And that was the spirit of the to authorize. To what extent? And that is what Honorable Udo is saying. Otherwise, we are going to get ourselves back to where we were. The reason why most of the farmers have lost their assets and properties is because somebody sanctioned in the name of commissioners. How do we tame them so that they do not overuse the power we give them through this bill? Otherwise, it will be retrogressive for us to have a new cooperative bill and still give the same offenders an opportunity to repeat the offense.
Honorable Mchomba, we hear you very well and you are very clear. Honorable Undo, yes.
That's why this is where laws are made, this particular time. Let me just try to let the because then I'll be talking.
Honorable Mchomba,
they're on a banter.
You are arguing very well, and Oundo would want you to hear him on this.
It's a banter of people from Kiambu, members from Kiambu.
Proceed, Oundo.
You know that in a banter, members of Kiambu. Honorable Mchomba, when you look at the national cooperative policy that we passed in the last parliament, was actually to address the fears you are raising. And the fears you are raising is that there used to be briefcase promoters of cooperative societies who would go for gullible members, register here, register here, register here, and hoping and understanding that the principle of cooperative is people of common bond, with a common bond, and democratic rights to vote whichever they want. So essentially, what we are saying, that the commissioner has got somebody can apply for exemption, but that exemption is going to be guided based on the regulations. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, if the Honorable Member can look at that amendment and at Clause 30, subsection 3, it will clearly explain the regulations will set out procedures where the exemption can be granted and where the exemption can be denied. It's unfortunate that she's
objects, then we do not need to register another cooperative to do the same kind of business. I'll give you an example. In my constituency, we grow tea. So if there is a cooperative that is already a tea growing cooperative, then we don't need to register another cooperative of a tea growing with the same membership, because that would mean that this other cooperative would be for the purpose.
So that we try to make cooperatives fiscally viable. So this is one of the reasons why, after extensive public participation, these powers was given to the commissioner, so that we try to delimit boundaries and say, if commission or other cooperative X already exists, let everybody, say T, belong to that one cooperative, instead of having fragmented cooperatives which may eventually lead to small cooperatives which are not sustainable. So I think for that reason we should support these amendments.
Very well. Honorable members, you still have 1 minute, because we heard you extensively.
Chair, I ask to be forgiven for bringing this issue so heavily, because
there's no forgiveness here. Just state your point.
Pardon me for reprojecting the issue. You know, the issue that has been there, the issue that we wanted to sort once and for all through making this law, is the issue of somebody coming up with a cooperative society, fleece Kenyans' money, then after 2 years, deregisters the cooperative and registers the same cooperative. So this is what I want an assurance from, that for me to support this, that problem is going to be sorted.
Honorable Mchomba, I was a keen follower of this debate, and I'm a very interested person. And they have explained very
35.
I propose the question that clauses 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35 be part of the bill. Honorable members, there are no amendments on these ones, and therefore proceed to put the question that clauses 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 36.
I propose the question that clause 36 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you. I propose that clause 36 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and this is basically for redrafting to make it clear, especially on the word corporate body, to bring consistency and clarity in the bill.
I propose the question that clause 36 be amended as proposed by the mover. I now put the question that clause 36 be amended as proposed by the mover. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 36 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clauses 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43 be part of the bill. Honorable members, there are no amendments on this one, and therefore proceed to put the question that clauses 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 44.
I propose the question that clause 44 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you. I propose that clause 44 be amended as it appears in the order paper. And basically, this amendment is to delete the words or the board of directors, subject to ratification by members at a general meeting. And this amendment is therefore to prevent misuse of power to ratify at the AGM. Thank you.
I propose the question that clause 44 be amended as proposed by the mover. I now put the question that clause 44 be amended as proposed by the mover. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? I now put the question that clause 44 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 45 and 46.
I propose the question that clauses 45 and 46 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clauses 45 and 46 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, there were no amendments on clauses 45 and 46.
Clause 47.
I propose the question that clause 47 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you, Chair. I propose clause 47 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and this is basically to provide, we remove the limitation of membership to producer cooperatives as it is just discriminatory. It's only mentioning one type of cooperative.
I propose the question that clause 47 be amended as proposed by the mover. I now put the question that clause 47 be amended as proposed by the mover. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I proceed to put the question that clause 47 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 48 and 49.
I propose the question that clauses 48 and 49 be part of the bill. Honorable members, there are no amendments. I therefore put the question that clauses 48 and 49 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 50.
I propose the question that clause 50 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 50 be amended as it appears on the order paper. And basically, this amendment is to provide for compliance with the Data Protection Act.
Proposed by the mover. Proceed, Honorable Wamichomba.
Chair, allow me to thank the chairperson of this committee and the committee that found it worth to bring this kind of amendment. I fully support. In the past, producers' cooperatives have had their information leaked to circles, lenders, commercial ventures, suppliers, to fleece producers, societies, and cooperatives their money. Very, very good. I am one of those that made the Data Protection Parliament, and I'm happy that we are aligning to the Act. Thank you.
Honorable Anthony Lodge.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. And then once again, this was one of the concerns during the public participation on how data can be misused, and therefore we considered it necessary that we insert a provision that data be protected. I also want to join Honorable Wanumuchomba, with whom I served in the ICT committee last Parliament, where the Data Protection Act was put in place. This is a progressive move, and it is in line with our current laws. I support.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 50 be amended as proposed by the mover. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 50 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 51, 52, 53, and 54.
I propose the question that clauses 51, 52, 53, and 54 be part of the bill. Honorable members, there are no amendments on these ones, and I therefore proceed to put the question that clauses 51, 52, 53, and 54 be part of the bill. Will as aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 55.
I propose the question that clause 55 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 55 be amended as it appears on the order paper, and the justification is this is to resolve the proposed amendments to provide for electronic filing of any records. Thank you.
I propose the question that clause 55 be amended as proposed by the mover. I now proceed to put the yes. Let's hear Honorable Mayaka.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I want to support this particular amendment, the addition of hard copy or electronic copy, because this then goes in line and complies with the current is also allowed. So this, for that particular fact, I do support this amendment. Thank you.
To support this, and again, this is one progressive move. The government is currently undertaking digitization of all its records, and in terms of good governance and Mongozo practice, I think it would be in order that the cooperatives not only files good records in terms of physical copies, but also has digital copies which can be accessed virtually. I support.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 55 be amended as proposed by the mover. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 55 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 56.
I propose the question that clause 56 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 56 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 50.
Chair, I propose that clause 57 be amended as it appears on the order paper, and the justification for this is to enable a person who is a member of the cooperatives to write to the commissioner or the county director of cooperatives to convene a meeting where the directors of a cooperative have failed to call for a meeting.
I propose the question that clause 57 be amended as proposed by the chair. Yes, Wamuchomba first. Take the first bite.
Chair, I rise to fully support this amendment, and the justification given therein by the chair is applicable, noting that this is going to sort a lot of governance issues that have been experienced in the past, where the directors of cooperatives could collude with the commissioner of cooperatives to do things that are against the members of the society. Therefore, I support.
Honorable Anthony Lodge.
Chair, I think one of the big problems that befell the cooperatives that we are trying to sort right now was a question of directors, not only the collapse of cooperatives, but the loss of millions of shillings of hard-earned money by farmers and people who deposit their money with cooperatives. This now therefore gives members the opportunity to call these directors to order by writing to the commissioners and thereby be able to force a meeting to be called. I support.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 57 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 58, 59, 60, and 61.
I propose the question that clauses 58, 59, 60, and 61 be part of the bill. No amendments. I proceed to put the question that clauses 58, 59, 60, and 61 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 62.
I propose the question that clause 62 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 62 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is to provide for staggered appointment of directors. This is to ensure that there is institutional memory and to provide for a limit, a term limit that a person may serve as a director. Thank you.
I propose the question that clause 62 be amended as proposed by the chair. Oh, yes. Let me hear from Honorable Dorothy.
Thank you, Chair. I support this particular amendment. This will go a long way in improving governance because when people, there will be transparency and accountability, Chair, and I strongly support this amendment.
Honorable Undo.
Chair, if there was any clause that elicited emotions and strong and passionate discussions and debate in public participation and even the public participation in the villages and in the various county headquarters was the issue of the term for directors. Very emotive issue. And probably to help merge the different views, the committee felt that, first of all, it must be staggered. So there's institutional memory. Secondly, we said you cannot serve for more certain number of terms. You can serve, take a break, then come back. It's also neat, Honorable Chair, so that this cry of embezzlement, misuse of resources, and all those things, there is a break in between when we can look at it. Chair, let me give you an example. One said there was a mzee somewhere in Mount Kenya region who joined the COP as a director when he was in the early 20s. I did not even have a bicycle. By now, he has got a fleet of transport vehicles and is the richest person, and he can have his way in all elections. You cannot beat him in an election.
Very well. Your point is made. Honorable Dagala Beatrice. And that's the last one we are taking, and then I take the chair. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I proceed to put the question that clause 62 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, and 72.
I propose the question that clauses 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, and 72 be part of the bill. Honorable members, all these clauses don't have amendments, and I therefore proceed to put the question that clauses 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, and 72 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Very well. What's the point of order, Honorable Anthony Lodge?
Chair, I don't know whether I missed something. Was clause 62A moved, or was it moved as part of 62, the one that deals with payment of expenses?
Well, we are very much...
dropped? If it was dropped, then I stand corrected.
We are very much aware of that clause 62, but it will come in as a new clause. Chair, do you have a comment on that? Later.
I just wanted to clarify to the member that it is a new clause, so it will be moved later.
Very well.
Yeah.
Honorable Anthony Luoch, are we together? We may proceed.
Clause 73.
I propose the question that clause 73 be part of the bill. Mover.
Chair, propose that clause 73 be amended as it appears in the order paper. This particular clause, Chair, elicits a lot of response and comments from both the county governments and the ministry. And this particular amendment will enable the county governments to issue demand notices as proposed by the submissions of the Joint Technical Committee from the State Department from the Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises and the County Council of Governors.
Very well. I propose the question that clause 73 be amended as proposed by the chair. Yes, Honorable Anthony Luoch.
Chair, one of the things that we grappled with during public participation was to set out boundaries and limits of a county director to the extent that we do not allow arbitrariness, where notices are issued without reference to the provisions of Article 47. So this new amendment enables notice to be issued, but to the extent that these notices must be reasonable and that these notices must take into account the right for fair administrative action to the members affected. Thank you.
Chair, I rise to note
Thank you, Chair. Yes, he will have done. Thank you, Chair. Yes, he will have done so in consultation. And remember, by the time these notices are being written, it is because the cooperative has not complied. And it is because the cooperative has not complied. And because of lack of such compliance, the members who are within the cooperative will have also suffered. And therefore, this notice is very important to ensure that these cooperatives at all times comply. And where they fail to comply, the notices will compel the cooperatives to comply and provide information that is required. So yes, by the time the notices are being given, they will have already been notified. Thank you.
I now put the question that clause 73 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And now put the question that clause 73 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 74, 75, and 76.
I propose the question that clauses 74, 75, and 76 be part of the bill. I proceed to put the question that clauses 74, 75, and 76 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you, Chair. We propose that clause 77 be deleted as it appears in the order paper. And the reason for this is this amendment is to ensure that cooperatives exercise due diligence in mitigating risks and ensure insurers' loans in case of death of a member. Thank you.
Well, let me first propose the question that clause 77 be deleted as proposed by the chair. Honorable Anthony Luoch.
Chair, this amendment, the deletion would save a situation in which the state of a deceased person who had no idea about debts or liabilities that they had and have no means by which to be able to meet these are saved from being auctioned and being run down. And I think this has happened in very, very many instances. I think this would be a good provision, and therefore I support it.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 77 be deleted as proposed by the chair. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 78.
I propose the question that clause 78 be part of the bill. Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 78 be amended as it appears on the order paper, and the justification is to enable payment of any demand to a cooperative within 60 days of the death of any member.
I propose the question that clause 78 be amended as proposed by the chair. Yes, let's see, economist Makali Mulu, Honorable.
Yeah, thank you very much. Honorable Chair, I think that amendment is very important, and the more so when you fix the time in which money must be paid, because there has been a necessary delay in these payments, so I support.
Wamuchomba, Honorable.
Chair, if there is anything that has made our members of producer cooperatives go bankrupt and dissolve cooperatives and fight and kill each other, like the famous Boy Committee cooperative society in Kiambu County, where members have killed each other over allegations of working behind the scenes to be the debt collector on behalf of the cooperative. For this, I support.
Very well, honorable members. I now propose the question. I now put the question that clause 78 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 78 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, and 84.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clauses 79 bill. Honorable members, there are no amendments on this one, and I therefore proceed to put the question that clauses 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, and 84 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 85.
I propose the question that clause 85 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 85 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is to provide clarity on that particular clause.
I propose the question that clause 85 ended as proposed by the mover. Is it a point of order or you want to contribute? Yes, Honorable Mayaka.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, and maybe the Chair could clarify on this, because I see her amendment is talking about prescribe, but on the bill it is prescribed. Semantically speaking, those are have two very different meanings. So maybe the Chair would want to clarify.
Could you bring out the meanings now that you seem to be English?
Chair, when you prescribe, you're talking about the continuous tense. Prescribed, you're talking about the past continuous tense.
Thank you for your magnanimity. Yes, Chair.
Thank you. I think I will go with the amendment of the member to prescribe, not prescribed. Prescribe, the word prescribe.
Okay, Honorable Antonio Watch.
Chair, we are dealing with different issues here. First, the proposed amendment, what it seeks to do is to say that, inserting the words in regulations under by the Cabinet Secretary appearing after the word prescribe. This word, as put in the order paper, Chair, is the word as it should have been in the text of the bill. And I think the text of the bill is correct. If you read the text of the bill, it says a cooperative shall not invest its funds or money, members' deposit, in non-core activities beyond any limits as may be prescribed. Now, if you use Honorable Mayaka's context, you would be saying, as really anchored on that word prescribed. It is merely to add certain words, and those words are in regulations under by the cabinet, so that even the words in the order paper should still have been prescribed as they appear on the bill. Thank you.
Very well, we together. Chair, you still want to make a comment on that?
I want to agree with Honorable Anthony Olwatch that it should be as it is in the bill that is prescribed. Yeah.
Very well, honorable members. I now put the question that clause 85 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 85 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 86.
I propose the question that clause 86 be part of the bill. Move on.
Propose that clause 86 be amended to empower the cabinet secretary to enact regulations or investment in companies, including operations of holding cooperatives.
I propose the question that clause 86 be amended as proposed by the chair. Honorable members, I proceed to put the question that clause 86 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 86 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, and 92.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clauses 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, and 92 be part of the bill, and there are no amendments on these ones, and therefore proceed to put the question that clauses 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, and as many as of that opinion say aye, will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, and 99.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clauses 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, and 99 be part of the bill. Again, there are no amendments. I proceed to put the question that clauses 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, and 99 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 100, 101, 100.
Of recommending to the commissioner the registration of dormant cooperatives to the county directors of cooperatives, because
limiting any other activity that may come from a perceived competition. Any other activity that may come from a perceived competition. What do I say, Mr. Speaker? I want to give an example of the current situation right now where women reps, like the ones in the House, can confirm with me they have a fund called GAF, where they put money in small self-help groups and welfare associations, which may grow to become cooperatives. Sometimes you find county governors having issues with those growth because they are being backed by a politician who may be a competition. How do you sort out this issue? So for me, I have a reservation for this amendment.
Honorable Mchomba, then tell us what to do. But meanwhile, let me give it to Honorable Anthony Oluoch. Remember, this is the third reading, so you just go for specifics on the law. And we shall come back to you later. Honorable Anthony Oluoch, proceed.
Chair, a clear reading of this, and I hope Honorable Wamuchomba is listening. Honorable Wamuchomba, I wanted
your
you
attention
to hear
again, Honorable Wamuchomba.
Because first of all, the powers of cancellation belong to the commissioner and not to the county director. And if you look at clause B on the order paper, it says that a county director may recommend so that for your comfort and for purposes of any potential interference by
adequately on this matter. I, having been in this committee since last time, cooperative will have to undertake due diligence, do investigation, and satisfy himself or herself. The reason given for cancellation or dissolution are valid and not politically motivated. There is layered yeah, then in a case, Honorable Wamchomba, if you look at Wamchomba, if you look at the act, the bill, it says, a person agreed by an...
Aye. Will as many as the counter opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clauses 108, 109, 110, and 111.
I propose the question that clauses 108, 109, 110, and 111 be part of the bill. I proceed to put the question that clauses 108, 109, 110, and 111 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as without opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, clauses 118, clauses 119, clauses 120, clause 121, clause 122, and clause 123.
I propose the question that clauses 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, and 123 be part of the bill. Honorable members, there are no amendments on all those clauses, and therefore proceed to put the question that clauses 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, and 123 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as without opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 124.
I propose the question that clause 124 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 124 be amended as it appears in the order paper. And the justification for this amendment, Chair, is that it will provide for 2 deputy chairpersons in the tribunal, and this is an expansion of membership of the tribunal to 9 members to allow the tribunal to have at least 3 sittings or 3 panels that can move across the country, because we realize that we have so many cases with the tribunal, and therefore expanding the tribunal country on cooperatives.
I propose the question that clause 124 be amended as proposed by the mover. Yes, Honorable Dorothy.
Thank you, Chair. I support this amendment that we have 2 deputies. The tribunal is the one that takes care of all the issues in the cooperatives movement. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Mayaka.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Chair, I do support the first part of the amendment, but on the second one, I have a concern. And my concern is if we are increasing the number of the tribunal members to 6, and I foresee a situation where you are having a vote, and this is an even number. I wouldn't advise for us to have an even number there. We ideally should have an odd number so that in case of a vote, then we do have a clear direction.
Anton Oluoch. Anton Oluoch. I think this committee is well guarded with its members. Yes. Honorable Anton Oluoch, yes, let's hear you.
Guarded by none other than yours truly. Honorable Mayaka is my very good friend. Honorable Mayaka, the clause there expanded to 6 other members. Remember, there is a chairperson. So the tie is broken by 1 so that it becomes 7. But also now, just to make one more contribution on this, I think one of the reasons I support this amendment is also for gender reasons, so that when you have 2 deputies, it is then possible to have 1 being of the other gender. So it's also a very progressive provision. I thank you.
Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 124 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as without opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And now put the question that clause 124 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as without opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, and 130.
I propose the question that clauses 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, and 130 be part of the bill. There being no amendments on these ones, I proceed to put the question that clauses 125, 126, 127, 128, 129,
and 130 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Close this. 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, and 140.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clauses 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, and 140 be part of the bill. No amendments. I proceed to put the question that clauses 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, and 140 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will
50, 151, 152, and clause 153.
I propose the question that clauses 150, 151, 152, and 153 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 150, 151, 152, and 153 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 154.
I propose the question that clause 154 be part of the bill. Mover.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 154 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification is to provide that the Cooperative Development Fund be shared between the two counties, that is the national government and the county governments, at the ratio of 60 to 40.
I propose the question that clause 154 be amended as proposed by the mover. Anthony Lodge, Honorable.
Chair, I support these amendments, but I want to persuade my chair and advise that a similar provision as has been put under 154.2, the Cabinet Secretary shall give the rates, or rather the source of the funds shall consist of contributions made by the cooperatives in the sums and rate as the Cabinet Secretary shall prescribe. But when you go to subclause 3 of the bill, on how this fund shall be applied in terms of what it shall do, I don't know. I want to persuade my chair that we consider putting a provisions that the Cabinet Secretary shall provide regulations on how we can apply and use these funds. But otherwise, I support. So if that is possible, then we need to move these provisions later in an amended form. Thank you. But I support.
Chair, any comment?
Chair, I think it is a proposal that can be looked at, but maybe when this fund is in place, we can bring that amendment much later.
You have been. I now put the question that clause 154 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as without upon the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 155.
I propose the question that clause 155 be part of the bill. Chair. Be part of the bill. Chair.
Thank you, Chair. I propose that clause 155 be amended as it appears in the order paper, and the justification for this is to empower the Cabinet Secretary to prescribe affirmative action guidelines for the benefit of special interest groups of women, youth, persons with disability, and the minority and marginalized communities in cooperatives and in compliance with this constitution.
Honourable members, I now propose the question that clause 155 be amended as proposed by the chair. Honourable Mchomba.
Chair, for a long time, Honourable Chair, when it comes to the primary producers cooperatives, women have been the laborers. They work to produce milk, but when it comes to the milk card and the accounting behind the milk card is for the men. And so the women end up becoming laborers, but they are not the earners. Mr. Speaker, I'm very, very, very excited, Chair. I'm so excited to see this kind of an amendment because
I honestly feel it is time that all the interest groups are on the table, on the decision-making table. Honorable Chair, I want to say it has been long overdue that you go to cooperative societies, like in the teaching fraternity, Chair, where the women are the majority, almost 50-50, and they are never included when it comes to election, because elections are skewed towards a certain group. Chair, I am very excited too, and I'm happy that time has come for all the interest groups, the disability, the women to be on the decision-making table.
Honorable Anthony Watch, let the excitement and Adagala. Honorable Adagala.
Thank you, Chair. Actually, I support
There's
this.
a win here for the women.
I support this, keeping in mind the women who have been neglected. The women wake up very early in the morning, milk the cows. The women will go looking for napier grass. The women will do all the donkey work. And they have been neglected. Now this one will cure this. I'm very happy. And it is going to put money in the pockets of women. And the women will be loaded. The women will look like Kenyans, very much dignified. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. While I agree and really support this amendment, allow me also to support this. That in many times, Chair, the conditions to be complied with by persons applying either to be advised how cooperatives have killed each other. And they've always had a problem of either, let's say like J, the way it says, provide for the appointment, suspension, and removal of the board of directors. This has been a thorn in the flesh of all cooperatives. And so we support this, and we now know that women will also be part and parcel of cooperatives, especially at the board of directors, where there's always a challenge. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, I am excited about the excitement. Let me say, like Honorable Luchungu always says, I am a father of girls. And so when the girls are excited about gender on the table, I am also very excited. But let me speak for the boys. This provision is progressive, not only to the extent that we have gender inclusion in it, we also have youths, we have persons with disabilities, we have special interest groups in line with Article 100 of the Constitution, in line with Article 27, and in line with the foundational principles under Article 10. But now that I am on this provision, allow me to go back to the proposal I made to my chairs, and I can now see that the Cabinet Secretary will be able to make regulations, Chair, for, among other issues, 154(2)JJ, provide for the operationalization and management of the Cooperative Development Fund. So I think I'm satisfied that the regulations will cover.
That clause 55 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And now put the question that clause 155 as amended be part of the. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clauses 156, 157, 158, 9, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, and clause 168.
I propose the question that clauses 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, and 168 be part of the bill. Honorable members, there are no amendments on these ones. I proceed to put the question that clauses 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, and 168 be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 62A.
I propose the clause 162.
Chair, I propose
of clause 62.
Chair, I propose that clause 62A be now read a second time, and now that clause 62 of the bill be amended by inserting the following new clause. 62A1. A member of the board of directors shall not receive remuneration in the form of a salary or any fixed or periodic payments for services a director gives to a cooperative. And 2, a cooperative may pay a director for expenses that a director incurs in the course of executing a duty to the benefit of society at such rates as the members shall approve during the general meeting. And 3, this section shall apply to a member of the supervisory board. The justification for this, Chair, is to enable for regulations of allowances and other payments of directors to avoid situations where there is conflict of interest.
I propose the question that clause 62A be now read a second time. No, we can allow debate. Yes, Honorable Anthony Oluoch.
Chair, I support this amendment. We must encourage a situation in which board of directors do not become permanent. We encourage commissioners to find other things to do, commissioners in different things, so that they do not interfere with the day-to-day running of the specific institutions. And where there are legitimate claims that they have for things that they have expended, they can be paid a recompense for that particular one without necessarily being paid a salary, and also to guard against any possible conflict of interest. I support.
Chair, it's good tenets of corporate governance dictates there must be a clear separation between directors and management. Directors should be allowed to issue policy and the superintend or supervise. They're not supposed to undertake day-to-day activity. That you find a director when he's going to buy a cup of tea, going to any errand, has to pass through the offices to take a cup of tea, has to pass through the offices to read the newspapers. We need to make it as unattractive as possible. Let them come for the board meetings. They're remunerated by way of sitting allowances. If there are transport allowances to be paid, a rate, and that's how things should do, so that we allow the cooperative to move on. Thank you very much.
In 1 minute, Honorable Mchomba.
Chair, the reason why we really wanted a new bill, a cooperative bill, is so that we can eliminate people we call career board members. Career board members are members who are always wanting to be elected as board members or assert themselves for long and earn salaries like any other person employed. So this amendment comes in hand to make sure that we break the cycle of thefts and domination of career board members in cooperative. I support.
That's enough, honorable members. I put the question that the new clause 62A be now read a second time. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that new clause 62A be part of the bill. I proceed to put the question that the new clause 62A be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
First schedule, second schedule, and third schedule.
Honorable members, I propose the question that schedule, second schedule, and third schedule be the schedule of the bill. I now put the question that the first schedule, the second schedule, and the third schedule be the schedules of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clause 2 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. I now put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Mover.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Cooperative Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Very well, honorable members. I put the question that the committee do adopt to the House its consideration of the Cooperative Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7 of 2024, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as without opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as with contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the Cooperative Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7 of 2024, and approved the same with amendments.
Mover of the bill. ML.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that this House do agree with the report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of the Cooperatives Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7 of 2024, and also request the Honorable Beatrice Adagala to second the motion.
Thank you. I second.
Honorable members, I now propose a question that this House do agree with the report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of the Cooperative Bill, National Assembly Bill number 7 of 2024. Honorable members, the question will not be put now. It's going to be put at an appropriate time in the future. Next order.
Order number 13, the Crops Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 8 of 2023, second reading, resumption of debate.
Honorable Tandaza, the resumption of the debate on Who was the MP who had 13 minutes balance on? Huh? Any member who would want to contribute on this can proceed and contribute on this. The Honorable Kibet Komingoi, do you want to contribute on this bill? Honorable Beatrice Alachi. Honorable Kimani, do you wish to contribute on this bill? Honorable members, I now call upon the mover to reply. Where is Honorable Tandaza? Proceed and reply. On the Crops Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 8 of 2023.
As I had initially indicated, this is a crop specifically currently grown in the coastal region, a cash crop that has all the potential of farmers, and its scheduling will bring a lot of benefits. Its scheduling will bring a lot of benefits. We all agree being a cash crop mainly for export, it has the potential of filling the foreign exchange gap that this country badly needs. So, Honorable Chair, I beg to reply. Thank you for the opportunity and thank you to the members. I beg to reply, Honorable Chair. Honorable Speaker, sir.
Honorable members, the Chair directs that the question on the Crops Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 8 of 2024 will be put at an appropriate time in the future. I direct this be put on the order paper at an appropriate time in the future. Now I call upon the Honorable Chair, Honorable Kimani, of Finance and National Planning to table some documents.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House. Today, Monday, the 2nd of December, 2024, reports on the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning on consideration of the following. 1, the Tax Procedures Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 46 of 2024, and the Business Laws Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2024. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Fair enough. The next order is the Equalization Fund Administrative Bill, Senate Bill number 14 of 2024. And I think the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning is going to start the second reading of this. You move this, yeah?
Order number 14, the Equalization Fund Administration Bill, Senate Bill number 14 of 2023, second reading.
The Honorable Chair of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning, Honorable Kimani, MP for Molo, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, considering how important this bill is, and especially to members that are affected by the Equalization Fund, I encourage you to defer this business to a later date.
Fair enough. It's understandable. I see hardly any member of those constituencies that are affected by the Equalization Fund in the House now. I direct that this matter be put on the order paper at an appropriate date in the future, and I defer this the second reading of this bill. Next order.
Order number 15, the Persons with Disabilities Bill, Senate Bill number 7 of 2023, second reading.
Majority Leader. The Majority Leader is not here to move this bill. Under the circumstances, I direct that this bill be also deferred for another date. Next order.
Order number 16, the Political Parties Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 35 of 2022, second reading.
Is the Vice Chairperson of the...
I move that this
House... I beg to move
that this House adopts the report of the Departmental Committee on the Trade, Industry and Cooperatives on the inquiry into alleged unfair trade practices by foreign investors in Kenya, read on the table of the House on Thursday, 7th March 2024.
Proceed. Now you can give your contribution now.
Mr. Speaker, the committee held meetings with various institutions and government departments, including the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, the State Department for Investment Promotion, China Square Limited, and Counterfeit Authority, and local traders. Mr. Speaker, China Square is a retail company which commenced operations in Kenya on 29th January 2023. The company deals in basic consumer goods, household items, and handwear, furniture, etc., imported from China, Turkey, other parts of the world, as well as sale of locally manufactured brands. Mr. Speaker, the genesis of this inquiry is from complaints by local traders who felt that China Square was engaged in undercutting trading and as such creating unfair competition in the Kenyan market. This posed a risk for foreign investment, threatening local traders to close shop as a result of unfair trade practices. The report is as follows for the benefit of members pursuing through. 3 issues for determination. 4, committee to ensure that the interests of both local and foreign investors and protected to balance both domestic and foreign direct investment. Mr. Speaker, although the Kenya Investment Policy 2019 provides the framework for promotion, facilitation, and protection of both domestic and foreign investment in Kenya, the existence of the Counter Investment Policy 2018, including, in addition to the Kenya Investment Policy 2019, may confuse investors if there is no coordination framework for development and implementation of the policies. Mr. Speaker, there is need for Kenya to develop and adopt a coordination framework for development and implementation of policies and litigations that promotes, facilitates, and or regulates investment as both national and county at both national and county levels. The gap in law is that registration of foreign investment under the Investment Promotion Act is not mandatory, since Section 3.1 provides that a foreign investor who intends to invest in Kenya may apply to the authority for the investment certificate. Mr. Speaker, sir, committee made the following key recommendations. The Cabinet Secretary in charge of the Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry is in coordination with the Council of Governors within 60 days of the adoption of the report to develop and adopt a coordination framework for development and implementation of investment policies that mirror the 2 levels of government. Mr. Speaker, sir, Parliament, in exercising its legislative authority to review the provision of Section 3.1 of the Investment Promotion Act that provides for mandatory requirement for a foreign investment for a foreign investor or to apply an investment certificate to ensure compliance with the requirements set out under Section 4.2 of the aforesaid Act. Mr. Speaker, sir, the National Investment Council to prepare annual report on investment proposals filed by foreign investors and submit to the Cabinet Secretary in charge of investment, trade and industry. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Cabinet Secretary responsible for investment, trade and industry, in consultation with the relevant investment stakeholders, to review various investment policy framework and regulation with the aim of coming up with an amicable regulatory and policy framework that is friendly to both foreign and local traders. Mr. Speaker, sir, this observation and recommendation, if considered and implemented will ensure that both our local investors and the foreign investors are well protected and coexist peacefully, hence attracting investment in our republic. Mr. Speaker, sir, having noted the proceedings of the Department Committee on Trade, Industry and Cooperatives.
There's local traders, mainly from Gikomba, who felt that the investors who've come into the country, specifically the China Square, had come and taken over their businesses. The businesses they are talking about were the small traders or the small trade businesses, which they felt that the country or our policies and regulations should be able to guard them and protect them from such investments. And when we looked at the report and we talked to all the industry players, including the ministry, we realized that most of the laws and legislation that exist today do not bar foreign investors or foreign traders from trading in any commodity or any service within country, and that therefore could form a potential risk and a potential risk of loss of business to these to our local investors. Much as the country may want to have foreign investors, I think just like many other countries have done, foreign investment could be limited to maybe a value of monies that they come with, or they could also limit the investments to products or services that can only be unique in its way, so that the local investors and the local businessmen are then given the free hand and the free will to be able to do the local businesses that then foreign investors do not come in. And one of the areas in law that we felt that need to be looked at is the Kenya Investment Policy 2019, which actually does not demand investors or foreign investors when coming into the country to register with them and to register the products or the services they are coming to sell in the country. It is, as the law says, may register. So when you use the word may, it means that when these foreign investors come, there is no requirement of them to go to the Kenya Investment Promotion Authority to be able to register, and therefore they are monitored in that respect. So that gap in law in terms of registration of foreign investors under the investment promotion then gives our local investors a reason why they need to cry or they need to get worried about their competition or competition with foreign investors. Because remember, many of these foreign investors come with come with a lot of investment, and when they invest heavily, then they actually remove, or they actually are able to remove the local investors from the market, and that therefore then creates a situation where we have job losses and the like, and that is not what the government is looking out to help. The other issue is that the National Investment Council, which is a council that sits at the presidency, needs to annually be able to prepare reports and tell the country where we are in terms of investments and investment promotions. We are aware as a country that we are trying to protect or promote investments into this country, especially through our SEZs and EPZs. And if we encourage a lot of investments through SEZ and EPZs, then we leave the local market for the local investors. And if we are also able to give the incentives to these local investors, then we are able to see growth in the local investments. I'm also happy that we are now looking at what we call a startup bill, and that startup bill will help many of these young investors who may find a threat from the foreign investors coming in. They now will be able to get an opportunity where they can get incentives like tax rebates, and that will help our local investments to grow and our local and young people to be able to invest in this country. So the report that was that we have done as a committee is basically to look at those unfair trade practices that have been occasioned by various legislations that we have in this country. The business laws, like for example, the legislation that registers companies, or the Companies Act, also does not restrict the businesses that come in or that register in this country. Look at, so some of the amendments and recommendations that the committee were looking at is that as the Kenya Investment Promotion looks at amending their law, we could also look at further amending the Companies Act or the Companies Act to be able to protect local investors. So this report has come in handy, and it couldn't have come at a better time when many of our investors are crying, when we see that a lot of businesses have closed down in this country because of unfair competition from the multinationals or the big companies that have come in and they're playing. And I think a good example of those unfair trade practices that are coming in outside the China Square is the one that we're calling Starlink. You heard Safaricom complaining, saying that this investor is coming with the muscle that he has and is going to compete unfairly with the local businesses that have really entrenched themselves. Looking at Safaricom, they've really employed so many people, and if such companies are not checked, then we'll find that we may end up having loss of jobs and loss of business opportunities and loss of revenue as a country, because many of these investors, they repatriate their business or their profits back to their country. So we stand to support as a committee this report, and we ask that the laws that need to be amended to protect the young businesses and the local traders in this country be fast-tracked, so that these businesses and these local investors in the country are able to run their businesses free without any issues of unfair practices. The other issue that came up, Honorable Speaker, during our investigation were issues to do with counterfeiting and anti-counterfeiting. And we find that many of these investors who come from out, they bring in products that perhaps could be counterfeited. And therefore, these products then become, they don't become competitive in our markets, because then we are killing even the industries in the areas that they come from or the countries that they come from. And that ends up, Kenya ends up being a dumping site. And that is what we need to really protect, so that we as a country do not become a dumping site, and therefore we do not break the international laws that we have ratified as a country in terms of dumping and counterfeiting of products. So that is another area that came up, and we felt that the legislation or the laws in terms of products and that come in need to be further enhanced under the Standards Act, so that all products that come in fit into requirements under the international standards, and therefore allow that these products are not counterfeited. I therefore stand to I support, Chair, and I beg to second this motion. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that this House adopts the report of the Departmental Committee on Trade, Industry and Cooperatives on the inquiry into alleged unfair trade practices by foreign investors in Kenya, laid on the table of the House on Thursday, the 7th of March, the year 2024. The Honorable Tandaza, followed by the Honorable Malio, if time permits.
Asante, Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa kunipatia fursa hii kuchangia katika huu mswada muhimu sana ambao unadhuru nchi nzima kwa ujumla kiuchumi na vijana wetu. Ni malengo ya serikali ya Kenya Kwanza kwamba tuweze kupata wawekezaji hasa kwa upande wa uzalishaji ili vijana wetu wapate kazi. Ni jambo la kuhuzunisha wakati tunazungumzia wawekezaji ambao hawaji hapa Kenya kuweka viwanda ili vijana waajiriwe, lakini wanakuja kufanya biashara kwa manufaa ya kutengeneza faida na kuregesha pesa kwao. Mswada huu, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni muhimu na umekuja wakati ambapo unafaa. Nchi inahitaji wawekezaji, lakini wawe ni wale ambao wanakuja kuwekeza kwa manufaa ya nchi na sio kwa sababu ya biashara ya mtu binafsi ama ya shirika fulani la nchi za kigeni. Waliotanguliza amezungumza vizuri katika ripoti kwamba waligundua kwamba hawa wanafanya tu biashara na hela zote wanaregesha kwao. Hii ina maana kwamba sisi hatuna faida yoyote ya maana tunayoipata ikizidi. Wakati wanaleta, wakati wakiregesha pesa kwao, wanaregesha pesa za kigeni. Kwa hivyo inazidi kupunguza ule mfuko wetu wa pesa za kigeni, na ile hali hatuna faida yoyote ya maana. Tujue kwamba nchi kama ilivyotangulizwa, ikiwa ni uchunguzi wa wanabiashara wa China Square, ndio hatuna matatizo katika ngazi za nchi, katika maelewano ya nchi za kigeni na nchi ya Uchina. Lakini tufahamu kwamba hii ni nchi ambayo ni nchi kubwa, ina rasilimali kubwa. Kwa hali yoyote, viwanda vyao vimeendelea sana kwa sababu ya wingi wa watu wao. Kwa wale ambao tumebahatika kwenda kule kwao, utakuta kwamba kwa sababu wao tayari ni wengi, wana soko la kutosha, na hatuwezi kamwe kwamba tutaweza kushindana na wao katika uzalishaji mali wakati sisi soko letu ni dogo. Pili, kwa sababu ya kuwa wao wameendelea pia kiteknolojia, wana mbinu mpya ya kuzalisha hizi bidhaa. Inamaanisha endapo wewe utataka kuzalisha bidhaa kwa mfano ambayo imefanana na mbao, manake wao wana uwezo wa kutuletea kitu ambacho kimefanana na mbao. Gharama yetu ya kuzalisha moja kwa moja inakuwa nyingi, kwao inakuwa kidogo. Kwa hivyo wao wanakuwa na ile nafuu ya kutuzia sisi, ili hali sisi bidhaa yetu itakuwa gani. Kwa hivyo, Mheshimiwa Spika, nasimama kuunga mkono hii hoja na ile taratibu ambazo zimezungumzwa, ili tuweze kulinda rasilimali zetu na tupate uwekezaji ambao watakuja kwa minajili ya kutupatia faida na vijana kupata kazi. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipatia hii fursa.
The Honorable Malio, MP for Masinga. Give him the mic. Give him the mic.
Nafikiri hukuweka kadi Mheshimiwa Mwalo. Umeweka kadi?
Nilikuwa kadi hadi nilikuwa on. Wao wamezima. Okay, imekuja. No, yeah, it's here. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity that you have given me. I want to thank our committee, I being one of the members of the Committee of Trade, Industry and the Cooperatives, for this bill which has been before us for some time. And we have been able to discuss with the multinationals, we have been able to discuss with the locals. What we have found out is that there is favorism for the new investors who come to this country because they are given tax holidays while our local investors are not given tax holidays. So what we would like to do is that let there be a fair play in all sectors so that each one of the investors who wants to make a profit is not disadvantaged by the others who are given tax holidays. You will find that even some people come to do the retailing of what our importers are importing, and they buy from their countries. They buy the same products where the manufacturers are the same, and then when you come here, you start now retailing, then your price is lower than the person that has been able to import and is charged duty, and you yourself, you are given some holidays to enjoy for about a year or so, and then the other person is not given anything. So what we would like to do is that let there be fairness so that even the local manufacturers and the local traders can feel that they belong to this country and that they can grow their companies to middle class companies, also one day to become the blue chip companies, the multinationals, which are also started in a small way. So what we are saying, Mr. Speaker, is that let there be a good playground. Number two, what I would like to say is that when you look at the big boys who have been around for some times, they have been manufacturing for many years. They are the people that have grown the economy of this country. They are the people that know this country when it was nothing and when it is now something. And then somebody else just comes new and is a big multinational also and is given a rebate. Then you find that the people that have been doing the same work here are disadvantaged and they feel that they are not wanted here. That's why you are saying they are opening up branches in Uganda, they are opening us branches in Rwanda, they are opening us branches in Tanzania, leaving our country, of which they are the people that have been able to bring our country where it is, even in terms of employment, in terms of paying taxes, they pay a lot of money. So let there be a good playing ground. That is what the committee is urging our feet, all of us, from the smallest to the biggest, to the startups, to the one who has grown up to be a multinational, to the importer and to the exporter also. Let there be a Me Too playing ground so that Kenya can feel that we belong. Even the Kenyans themselves, they will be happy to be given also a rebate. If I am competing with you and you are given a rebate and I'm not given, then I feel that I am not even loved here. I can go to another country and start starting my small company there, whereby I can get some incentives. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would like to just reach there.
Honorable members, the time being 7 p.m., this House stands adjourned until Tuesday, the 3rd of December, the year 2024, at 9:30 a.m.